Hello everybody, I'm just going to show you how to rod the drains at the cottage, and my friend Dave is doing the videoing. So this is the key place to look at to see if it needs doing. Now if there's water in there, which there is a bit at the moment, it means it's starting to back up, so that's a good time to do the rodding. And the rods are in here, and you can see them standing up against the corner, these black plastic rods which screw together, and I'll show you how to do that in the next video. Okay, video 2. I'm now going to show you where to do the rodding from. It's not the place where you looked at, which is that one there, to see if it needs cleaning out. It's actually another manhole cover which is over here. Okay Dave, just point it down here. Now this is where we're going to do the rodding, and you can see that it's already quite badly backed up here, so definitely needs doing. Now the other thing I want to show you is where the tank is. So follow me. Here is the soakaway tank, and about where my hand is where the end of the rod will eventually come out, and that's what we're rodding to, and we're getting rid of all the stuff that's settled in the pipe between the doorway and the tank. And while we're here, this is the cottage next door that belongs to Mary and Christian, and they're fine about us coming in their garden, but if they're in, it'd be a nice courtesy just to let them know what you're doing. Okay? Right, video 3. These are the rods. This is the first bit that you push down the pipe to get rid of all the poo and stuff that's stuck on the way. And then behind it you attach all these rods. Now I want you to have a good look at this. There's a screw thread here, and you connect the rods together by carefully screwing them together. Now, as is pretty obvious, it must always stay screwed together, so it must never, in operation, be backed off in the anti-clockwise direction. You should always make sure, as you're using the rods, that you keep on turning slightly clockwise all the time as you rod, to make sure that these joints are always hard up together. Video 4. I'm now about to start the rodding operation. So here's the first bit going in here, and I've already put one, joined 2 rods together, and in they go, and you just give it a push, and into the sewage pipe it goes. And here's the next rod going on, carefully screwing clockwise, and then on a bit more, and then screw another one on, and so on and on and on, keeping it turning clockwise slightly all the time. There are about 15 rods altogether, and that gets us from this manhole to the other end that we showed you in the last video. I just want to point out that these rods are quite old, and some of them don't come apart anymore, which in a way is good, but it does make them more difficult to attach. So I'm now going to attach 2 at once here. Screw them in clockwise as always. Push them in a bit, and so on. There's another couple that don't come apart, and there seems to be a foursome here which don't separate either, but I'll see if I can get them separated offline. Right, we've now got the 15 rods, I think, all into the hole. This is just the very end that's sticking out, and I'm just giving it a last little push to make sure it's gone right to the other end. And now I'm going to pull it out and put some, have another go, because there'll be some backflow, and I'm going to have to collect up the liquids and possibly put some more water down the drain and have another go at clearing it out. This is just a bit of extra information on getting the rods out and unscrewing them. I've got Dave now who's holding on to the pliers. Say hello, Dave.
Hello everybody, I don't like this. I'll show you anyway.
So it's really important that you don't let these rods go anti-clockwise and I'll have them unscrewing the pipe. So Dave's using a pair of pliers to grip onto one bit, and I'm not going to show you this because I haven't got enough hands, but I'm going to unscrew these two bits of rod here, and Dave's going to make sure that that bit doesn't rotate. Video number 8. Here we are back at the first manhole I showed you, and what I've done is I've filled up this plastic dustbin here. Dave, have a quick look. This plastic bucket here, or dustbin here, with water from that tap by the wall, and I'm going to whoosh it down here to try and clear the pipe out a bit more. Okay, now I'm not going to show you the next bit, but basically it's a repeat of the last rodding exercise. I'm going to put through the cup at the front and all the rods behind, and give it a second push through to get as much stuff out of the pipe as possible, and then take all the rods back out. Well, we did the second rodding operation successfully, got all the rods out, making sure never to turn them anti-clockwise, always slightly clockwise, until we actually come to undo that particular thread. And all the time Dave was holding onto the collar with the pliers to make sure that the other rods didn't disconnect. So we've got them all out again, and last but not least, by any means, is a little washing down operation, because these by now will be a bit mucky. So just give it a little spray. We managed to separate most of the rods, but there are a couple that wouldn't come apart, so we've left them joined together. But ideally we would try and split them all up before we put them back in the little woodshed behind me the next time. One day, when we saved that lots of money, we're going to replace the whole food system, and nobody will ever have to do this job again. But until then, until the next time.